Personalized learning is all about making sure you're meeting the students where they are.
Lessons and activities that they like, that they're engaged in and want to do.
It's really to put that intention and thinking back into the hands of the students so that they can engage.
With that comes pacing, choice to really get buy-in, but also to make sure that the kids are successful.
Making it a partnership more than perhaps just an individual island of learning.
Instead of teacher-centered, it's more student-centered.
The best part about it was that they were engaged, totally engaged, and they learned so much.
They're creating and they're doing based on what's appropriate for them.
And I still like control, but it wasn't always the best learning environment for the kids to just sit in rows and never really communicate with one another.
Personalized learning is like meeting the students where they're at times 1,000.
It's actually really fun.
Way easier and way more fun.
Well, we have like a variety, and because I think it's like fun to learn that way.
It's going to make you rethink the way you've done things.
Traditional lessons usually just cover a topic and everybody gets the information the same way.
Traditional learning, the teacher kind of says, this is what everybody's going to do, you're going to do this, and this is the assignment we're going to complete, and this is what I want you to have at the end.
A lot of other classes, you're working on the same like worksheets as everyone else, and you're doing the exact same project.
There's a little bit more planning.
It's different from traditional is that there's different pathways.
You still start with what you want them to know, what their assessment is going to be.
It's not me standing up and delivering the whole message. It's not a stand and deliver. It's them taking control of their own learning and being empowered.
I tried to really change from, instead of me assigning to them, giving them the option to choose what they wanted to work on.
And providing that resource for them.
Doing think, pair, shares, finding it on the computer, using a book, using groups.
You end up with a more relaxed atmosphere in the classroom.
By October or November, there really isn't more planning because they already know those routines, and you can just say, here are your choices, here's the material that I've gathered.
I feel more relaxed in the classroom because I don't feel like I have to be on, which was a little scary for me to let go of the reins of control that way.
They created their own package. I just showed them where to get it.
It has been good. It has helped them to feel less powerless in the classroom, and I do see more engagement because of that.
Always done it traditional rows. Face them as far as you can get them so that no one's talking and everyone's listening, and we've got order and structure.
It's all sit in your chair, take notes, read, write, lots of packet work, boring.
To sit still for 8 hours a day and just absorb is not really going to work anymore.
Bored. Me personally, I need more hands-on learning.
I'm just the facilitator. Some of the PL lessons that I ran this year were the easiest days of my life.
So I really branched out and tried something new with the way I designed the room, trying to make it more collaborative.
Kids have already been taught how to do that activity, so there's very few questions on just the how do I do this direction, and then you can really just focus in on the content.
The kids were doing the work, and they scored better on this.
I feel like at least I understood a lot more.
Extending conversations for some, remediating conversations for others, where you can't really do that in a direct instruction setting.
I've never had a group of kids so engaged in what they were doing.
It's something that they will at least buy into more.
It gives us more options of what we can do. We don't have to just sit to one thing.
They would help each other, share oh, I found this, or hey, you can do this on Keynote, let me show you how to do that.
It's very important that all of our kids are able to get what they need and work at a level that's comprehensible for them.
They're more engaged, they're more likely to do that activity.
It was more, I feel interactive, and it was really fun to, instead of just write a story and put it on paper, it was really fun to interact and choose your different slides, customize them.
To stand back and just watch them take control, and I wasn't sure what kind of work they were going to turn in. It was quality work, incredible. They scored higher on this than they would have done in a traditional.
I like how you can do your own thing and have more of a sense of creativity, and you get
a choice, and I think it's a lot more fun.
Sometimes giving them that choice is all it takes to get them to want to participate, and so you have less kickback from the kids.
If it's like a research project, I could like learn more information and it's like more fun.
I think I found out I can do it. So I started off not sure if I could actually regroup the classes into 3 different groups and try a lesson that would it get out of control? Would it be like chaos or free-for-all? But you have a lot of control on how you do it. You just make sure you incorporate new elements that hit each student.
It's really amazing because I think they become more invested. So if they're invested, they're more willing to do the work.
It's nice to know that the kids have been working on something that, they feel strongly about.
At the end of the lesson, I asked the kids, how did you feel it went? And one kid said, this was fun. And I thought, I think every day is fun, but if you think today was fun, I need to rethink how I'm doing things to make it fun for you, but also learning for all.
I think it was a powerful experience because, it made me feel like the kind of teacher I want to be.
It works for a lot of students to sit and absorb, but it doesn't work for all.
So I have students that came here from Puerto Rico, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Syria. This personalized learning is perfect for this group of students.
I think I learned more because we all are like different people and we all have like different ideas coming in. We all have different point of views.
I really enjoy the fact that it gets more kids thinking.
It's really about leaving it in their hands, and I think that they enjoy that.
They could do it at their own pace.
Now it's more like, let's get involved and dig into the learning and share it with someone else.
So you get out to the real world, you have to make choices. You have to problem solve. You have to find what works best for you.
Everybody wins, so kids are not allowed to slide by anymore with just sit and absorb. Now it's engaging.
Personalized learning, you have to do a lot of reflecting and you have to be able to look at your students and know what their needs are.
You don't have to change the whole world in one day.
Get the information to the kids and then try to come up with a different type of product for them to create based on what their strengths are and what they're good at.
There was a bunch of different options that Ms. Pitts gave us of different type of people that were African American, and we got to pick whatever person interests us the most.
Powerful.
Choice.
Probably something like entertaining all around.
It's stretching but rewarding.
Exciting.
I would say fluid.
I think one big word for me is like creativity.
Incredible.